Alright, well, if you're new to my channel, you probably haven't seen too much of this car. Honestly, you're not going to see much of it in this video, but this is my brother's 1960 Cadillac. He got this back in 2010, I believe. And the guy he got it from drove it up from New Mexico in 1994. And we got it in 2010, brought her back, got her running, and we took it for a drive here. And we made it about halfway down the driveway, and the car quit moving. Leaked out all the transmission fluid. And so it took 9 quarts to get it back in the garage. Got it back in the garage, decided we're going to have to rebuild the transmission. Pulled out the engine and the transmission. And while the transmission was sitting on the table, it came off and fell to the ground and broke the tail shaft. I don't know if you can see that real well, but broke the tail shaft, and I think it cracked the bell housing too. It's about eight years ago at this point, so I don't really remember, but we needed a transmission and we didn't have one, so it just kind of sat and got on the back burner here. My brother's been busy fixing up houses and selling them, plus he's got a day job and all sorts of other stuff, so this thing has just kind of sat here. But being the king of unfinished projects that I am, was on Craigslist looking around, and I found another transmission for this thing. And the best part about this transmission is it's attached to a whole another 1960 Cadillac. Well, 3/4 of a 1960 Cadillac anyway. This thing is the definition of a parts car. I would say there's no front grille. I've got the other fender, but it's rusted out just like this one is. And the car is pretty rusty. The rockers are gone. Too much patina for the floors to handle. There is no floor really to speak of. Interior's all gutted out. There's a few little bits and pieces inside here I suppose we could take, but pretty much it's just junk. I got parts falling off. But there is some good trim. The trunk lid's not too bad. Back window's good. Back bumper, of course, rusted out to nothing. Same with the center section. We might be able to scab a few pieces off there. Busted out tail light, that ain't no good, but the trim's good there. And the engine is completely locked up. Here's the dipstick. You can see all the water on there, and I think the end of the dipstick's starting to rust away. So that ain't gonna move. I pulled one of the plugs to look at it, and I can actually see the built-up rust inside of the cylinder. There's the plug, and it ain't no good, but we should be able to salvage some parts off here anyway. Carburetor, just absolutely packed right to the top. So the engine's probably no good, but we're gonna pull that transmission out and see if that's any good. And if it's not, at least maybe we can take parts from it and make one good transmission out of 2. But that's not all. There's more. Same guy who had that blue one had a whole nother 1960 Cadillac. And this one's got a perfectly good grill. We can steal that whole thing. What we're really after are these side pieces, but our center section ain't the best either, so we can get that too. This one also has an engine and a transmission. I can remember how to open the hood here. There we go. I don't know if this one's locked up or not. It's got some parts missing. Carburetor's gone and valve covers are gone, which we have on the other one. No big deal. AC car as well. So a lot more parts on this one we can steal under the hood. And it's got another transmission. So if I can't make that last one work, I should be able to make something go. And it's in a little bit better shape, but it's still pretty well stripped down. Lots of good trim on it yet. There we go. The interior is pretty well stripped out once again. No steering wheel on this one. Dash is gone. The seats are in a little better shape, and there's a few more trim pieces and whatnot. Headliner's pretty nice, but I don't think we'll need that. And of course, floors are rotted out. Not as bad as the last one, but still not great. And come around the back here, of course, these are rusted out as well. At least the lights are halfway decent. We can probably salvage some of them. Trunk ain't too bad, a little dinged up. I really wish we had this gas door, because on the other one it's got a hitch on it too, and it busted that out. So same problem on both cars. But overall, I think we'll be able to get a few good parts off of this and off of the other one, and we should be able to make that that white Cadillac work again, I think. Not too shabby. So now we got 3 1960 Cadillacs laying around.